everybody. Welcome back to Tourette's podcast. We are so excited to start our new season with a back to school series. I am Brittany Wolf.
And I'm Janelle. And today we have very special guests. Every guest is very special, but we have two very special guests here with us today. We have Amanda and Ellie. How are y'all?
Woo!
Good.
We are good, right?
Yeah.
Well, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
How are you guys?
How are you guys? That's the more important question.
Yes, I'm doing
We're-
well.
We're doing good. We're talking to both of you, so we're doing fantastic.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
So we are talking back to school. If you're only listening and not watching the video, we will have this up on YouTube. So we encourage you to do that. But if you're only able to listen because you're driving in the car, something like that, would you guys be able to, you don't have to both share your ages, but for everybody to know
I will.
a general area of the world where you're from, how old you are, things like that.
How old are you?
11.
Okay. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right, because I was gonna say we're 30 years apart, but not really. Okay, so Ellie is 11.
Well, we are on your birthday.
On my birthday, we're 30 years apart.
Cool.
So random that we care about this.
I'm 24 years apart with Alex.
That's right.
She was 24.
So we live, asking just about us, right? We live on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, Hatteras Island, okay?
Cool.
Which we just had the little hurricane come through.
The first day of school might be canceled. We
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, man.
We don't know if it's going to happen or not
I will
because
cry.
people might not be able to go. It's 7 towns that go to one school,
Oh,
and they might not. If these towns can't get to the school in the middle, then school can't start. But yeah, we live in the Outer Banks of North Carolina.
Yeah, tell your age.
Oh, my age, I'm 40. Ellie said you didn't say your age. I'm 40.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
I would never, ever think that you're in your 40s. I would think much
One of my
younger
friends-
every time.
One of my friends once said, I thought your mom was 15 when she gave birth to you. Yeah, no.
This is what I said. Yes, like I loved it. I loved it.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
I know. I'm sorry, but my spirit has never gone past 25 years old. I truly
Yeah.
like.
I feel that.
But yeah, we just live here. It's me and the girls. She's the middle of. Let's see, you're 11. Your oldest sister's 13.
Yes.
Cameron, your younger sister, Autumn, is 9. And we just live in this little woman cave on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, tucked away. Nice, simple life. Small house. Got a pug. Got good vibes. Also quite chaotic, but in the best way.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm sure Tourette Syndrome doesn't add any chaotic vibes to the house whatsoever.
Not at all. Not at all. It's
None.
cool. It's chill.
Well, I know, like you said, first day of school might be canceled, but typically, I know each year you've been able to advocate for yourself and, kind of share with your classmates about what Tourette syndrome is like. I feel like at this point, you're pretty much a pro. Like you've probably done this a couple years, you're a pro. So I guess would you want to, get into describing what you typically do before school starts or once school starts to kind of share about your condition and advocate for yourself?
Well, we have like such a small school and not many people know about here, so not a lot of people move here.
Mhm.
So basically like ever since second grade it's been the same. But I've had very supporting teachers and it's usually really fun and we don't have to do a lot because usually she just goes to meetings and it's like, here are the files and they're like, thank you. It's like, you got the cash? And it's like, yeah.
The cash.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did 504 meetings just turn into some sort of
You
deal?
got the goods?
You got the goods.
Man, I think you might be doing 504 meetings differently than everybody else, Amanda.
Yeah. Did I just
think you might be
did we just
getting,
describe a crime?
That's funny.
Okay,
I think
so
your school might be taking advantage of you.
like
Right.
Ellie, you're so funny. See, this is why our house is so fun. Nothing makes sense. Okay, that's not how they go. So this is the cool thing. Let me tell you guys this, and hopefully somebody can take this and take this to their principal or take this to the leaders in their school district or their school or whatever. Gosh, outside of school, even sports. When we got to Cape Hatteras Elementary School, her principal, who is incredible, said, okay, what we need to do is we need to make a video, and we need to put it on the morning announcements and tell them what Tourette's is, explain it to
Morning
them.
announcement.
And
Anymore.
I know, you're not gonna have those. You're gonna have morning announcements in secondary school, but
No.
she put it on the morning announcements, just saying, this is what it is, this is what it looks like. No, she can't help it. Yes, we're all gonna support her. I mean, to the point, me, Ellie, and her stood there together in the video. I know,
Was your
amazing.
Aw,
Brittany's like, what?
that's so sweet.
Already, I
love
think
that.
this might be record timing for somebody to make me cheer up on the podcast.
Yeah.
The principals, this was her idea. And her mentality was exactly what I've taken into this
I miss
whole.
her. She's the best.
I know, she is the best. What she did, it's the same thing as my mentality. Like, do we owe explanations and stuff like that? Do we owe everybody? No. But if you can get ahead of it, instead of letting other people fill in the blanks, we're actually going to give you exactly what's going. We're going to give you the facts before you create your own narrative, because that gets old, and you guys know that. So that's what she did. She got ahead of it. So how many people saw that video? Probably 80 to 90% of the student body and staff.
And that was only like 300 kids.
And yeah,
Less,
300
maybe.
kids. So it's
Around.
a small community, so we luck out with that. But ever
Yeah.
since then, you know, maybe someone moves and they don't get it and they have to get it explained to them.
Well, that was pretty easy.
But it's easier for Ellie.
The last-
It's not easy to have Tourette's, but her situation is obviously, because of that preventative measure, it's changed the trajectory. of
Yeah.
everything
the
for her.
last time there was a new student, they already knew about it. So,
The last time there was a new
Oh.
student, they already knew about it.
so when
That's
They
cool.
already knew about Tourette syndrome, about you specifically.
Both?
first thing.
Oh, just
Yeah.
about
Oh, about
Tourette.
Tourette
Yeah,
syndrome?
so in the-
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Oh,
That's cool.
someone at their old school had it.
Okay.
Oh.
She is going into secondary school now, though, and that's different
The high
because
school and the
here
middle school are always together.
it's literally 6 to 12. So she's going to be
Oh,
like
wow.
in school
Oh.
with adults. Like,
Wow.
so it is going to be a little different, and I am going to have that meeting soon with them.
I have a funny
But she's got her big
school
sister
thing to
there.
share. I have a funny school thing to share.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so sometimes like when we get awards at like during like what is it called?
Assembly.
Assemblies. During assemblies, the parents will come. And I have a tick where I literally just go. And so once I looked straight at a parent when I was looking around and just went and it was so weird.
She was like,
I'm
they probably thought I was rude.
That's okay. It's
I'm sh-
age appropriate.
Right. And I'm
I
sure many
know.
people have thought I was rude for my eye ticks because it looks like I'm rolling my eyes sometimes. So
Yeah.
That's
we have
right.
all
That's
been
right.
there.
I've heard several people with Tourette syndrome say that, and they're like, I look so rude. I look like I'm being ugly to people, and I'm just not. That's not what I
Yeah.
mean. I'm like,
Well, and
Yeah.
that's how I feel. I feel like it's either I look rude because I look like I'm rolling my eyes, or if I'm concentrating so hard to not do it, then my, RBF, if you will,
Yeah.
comes in full force because I'm just like so focused. So no matter
Yes.
what, I don't win.
right.
In my head, I feel like with, for example, like the eye rolling tics and stuff, I have multiple eye tics. I call it like eye gymnastics. Like, you know how people do gymnastics routines? Because it's not just blinking, it's not just rolling, it's like multiple
Right.
things. So
Yeah.
sometimes my eyes will start doing that, and I feel like this will age me here. But I feel like for the other person, they're probably thinking like, what is she doing? She's so rude. But in my head, it's just like dial-up tone. It's like,
Like the AOL dial-up.
yeah, like that's what's happening.
The good old days.
Yeah, I promise you, I'm not looking at you and rolling my eyes and thinking mean thoughts about you. It literally is just me,
Right.
my brain resetting or whatever. I don't know, like
Yep,
kind of
yep.
get myself
Yep.
together. So yes, but that's cool. I am very glad that at least like you said, now that we'll be going into secondary school, that you do have a older sister there. So that makes
That will help.
it a lot easier.
She is
Yeah.
scary.
Yes, definitely. Do you feel if you feel comfortable, can you share some of the things that you ask for in your 504, like maybe some of the accommodations that Ellie gets in school
Oh, yeah.
for Tourette syndrome? Just
Yeah,
in case
'cause I'm-
other people are curious.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering, there's one specific one I'm wondering if other people think of this, because it was like one of the best ones I came up with. But basically she gets to take tests in a different room. That's very common though. So that she doesn't have to worry about like her tics disturbing other kids or them, or her just getting.
I feel
She
like,
takes them really. It takes her test really fast though. She's allowed to
I
have the
took
extra
one of
time,
my
but
EOG.
she doesn't need it.
I took one of my most important tests. It was like 50 something questions, I think, and it only took me 30 minutes.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
I think
She's a
that was
beast.
bad, but I was the first person. I don't need to like go in another room because I'm so fast, or like I can also pay attention after I read, because after we get to like read, and after we have these 2 big end of grade tests at the end of the year, our EOGs, like are the end of grade, and if you go in another room to test for them, you after that you have to go to the gym and do whatever you want.
Oh, nice.
So much fun.
Nice.
It's like a
She
secret
gets
club.
to go in a different room to take any of her tests that she wants to. But
Oh my god, once when I was testing though, the teacher goes, "Do you like mints?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And she gives me 8 mints. And I'm like, "I don't need that many." Okay.
but you're so cute.
Yeah.
You deserve the extra
Yeah.
bits.
I ate
So
almost
she can
all
do
of
the
them.
testing. Gosh, what else are the main points? I think that a lot of it is probably pretty standard, like, just non-discriminatory things. Like they can't say like, don't do that, don't say that, don't make that sound. They can't do anything like that, right? Like pretty typical. But one of the other things that I put in there was if she's sitting beside somebody who really triggers her, who's just a jerk or is just like, just taunting her, teasing her, of course she has to deal with that in her life, right? Of course we all have to deal with that. But as you also know, that exacerbates stuff for her. And then
Like
Right.
so
more
to
stress.
request not to say stuff.
Yeah, like one of the
That
things
could be
was,
an option for half of the year.
did they not tell you that? Lily, that's why they put you beside Lily so much because Lily
I
was,
did not know this. I have suffered for like half of the year.
well, guess what?
Oh.
You're gonna leverage that. Well, that's what I've told them, and they're like, okay, so basically she can change who she's sitting beside. In a lot of classes, you're like, no, you don't get to pick your seats. Well,
Right.
she can, as long as there's no disruption and they're not like
Yeah.
shitty chatting and like getting in trouble. She can pick who she wants to sit beside because when she gets sat next to somebody who just, especially somebody who's like, if they were to be like, don't make that sound, don't do that, like that's not okay.
Could have saved the world.
Right.
I could have saved her mental health. I'm sorry. I thought you knew about this, Ellie.
No
Your
one tells
teachers
me.
know.
The only thing I know is I go in different rooms.
It comes up every meeting. I will talk to your teachers.
Yeah. Well, now we know. That's
But they that's why you got to sit next to Lily so much the first couple years.
Oh yeah, she's in my class every year. I'm like, how's
And
this
I've
going?
requested also that she was in her best friend's class as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's that one friend who will stick up for her, not just the one anymore,
Yeah.
but the one who would stick up for her, explain stuff, just make her feel comfortable.
I would have never thought that that's something that you could ask for in a 504, so I'm really glad that you brought that up, or IEP,
Yeah.
because I think that is so big. Because I always joke that Scott, my husband, is my human version of the security blanket. And so when he is not with me and I'm taking really badly, like I feel like I'm out of sorts. But as long as he's there, I know that I'm safe and I'm okay because he's right there. And that would be huge. Like just thinking growing up, like if I could have requested like that I had the same schedule as some of my friends, I think that could have been even more helpful. Not that I had a big problem in school, but
Yeah.
that's such a cool thing to add. And I think that could be really helpful for a lot of people listening.
Yeah. I thought about it because I was like, this is the one kid that I know can explain it and stick up for her. And it is like her little she was like her emotional support person, just like Scott, same thing. It just made such a difference in how she felt because that is somebody who, no matter what somebody else just did or said to her, she sits by Lily, she's good to go. So she's got other friends like that now who understand. Isn't that so sweet? That makes me so grateful, especially in such a small school.
I have a really bad memory, but there's one like time that I can really remember where she stuck up for me.
Oh yeah.
There was this guy, and he thankfully did move away, and also. His sister was also mean to my big sister sometimes. So anyway, once he told me to be quiet when we were in line leaving the room. And Lily, like, this is exactly how it happened. She turned around like this. And she was like, she can't control it. It was like a complete hair flip.
Just as simple as she can't control it.
I love that.
Just like, because you guys know this too. You just get so exhausted explaining yourself and being your own like advocate all the time. Like, of course, like you might be the only person in that room who understands Tourette's, but you still don't owe the explanation. You still don't owe like defending yourself.
Mhm.
And just to have that one person step in and be like, yeah, you know what? Like just take that one burden off of her shoulders. It was such a big deal. So I think people should consider putting that in their 504. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's fair.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's amazing. And like you said, it gets so exhausting having to explain yourself. Sometimes that's why I'm suppressing because I just don't feel
Mhm.
like doing, there are
Mhm.
just days, and you guys know me, I'm an advocate before probably anything else in my life. Well, maybe dog mom wife advocate, um,
Yes.
but there are still days where, like, especially lately, because some of my bigger ticks have been worse, like my stretching and my back ticks, and I just don't feel like explaining why I'm doing it because I'm so tired of doing it already.
Yeah,
And
exhausted.
so sometimes it's just nice, like, because there have been some times where I've been doing something and somebody will ask, and I hear Scott saying, like, she's taking, and like, and then that's just it. It's just over. And it's
Nice.
very nice. Or like my mom will do it, and because right now I'm in a weird place where I think you might have both seen it, where we're having to re-explain to my grandma every time she sees me taking, and
Mhm.
that's very hard for me on multiple levels.
Oh
My
yeah.
grandma, my grandma's my favorite person in the whole world, and
Mhm.
but it's nice because like my mom will take it because she
Yeah.
knows like it's hurtful, not hurt. I don't want to say hurtful because it's not her
Yeah.
fault. I'm not mad at
Yeah.
her, but she's doing it so that I don't have to because she knows there's
Yeah.
another level of emotions there for me.
Exactly.
And even then, like later on in the day when it happened at my cousin's baby shower, she texted me. She's like, "I hope you're not too upset about grandma. She can't help it." I'm like, "Mom, you know I'm not mad at grandma,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I am sad."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is totally allowed because there's no other way to feel about it. I mean, how could you be like, you're not going to sit in anger about it? You understand.
Right.
But that's still to have that one barrier, just that one person to take that off of you makes such a difference.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
her older sister, going into secondary school, she's locked and ready. Like she is ready
Yeah.
to go to explain. I don't know how much of an explanation she's gonna get before she just like straight pummels someone. Like the golden child might get suspended. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
But
it's
Oh no.
in the name of
we'll see.
security and
Right.
Standing
protection,
up.
like,
Mhm.
because I was just gonna say, like, if it was like my dad or her, like my dad would be the first one to be like, "Well, why?" Blah blah blah. Like he would be very like
Yes.
defensive, bear like dad, and my mom would be the more calmer one, depending on what
Mhm.
somebody says. Now, if they're extra
Yes.
stupid, they both will get. You'll see both
Right.
of their tempers real quick,
And
and
that helps.
I always say like that's probably the first time I'll ever see Scott get like real angry because I'm the
Mhm.
angry one in our relationship,
Yeah.
Mhm.
rage attacks. Shout out to yes. But he doesn't get like that, but I'm pretty confident if he saw it like firsthand, face to face, that's when everybody would see a very different side of him.
I love that. And so
Yeah.
you know that you have that built in with somebody that you love. That's a big deal.
Mhm.
That's
Yes.
important. Because you guys also
Absolutely.
know, and I know that you know, Janelle, like sometimes people aren't willing to speak up for you or even believe you to begin with. So
Mhm.
that Ellie is lucky because this community is so small and then most people actually do know about it, but a lot of that went all the way back to that principal making that video and
Yeah.
advocacy online and the Tourette Association and Balin and anybody who says, look, okay, this is literally real. This is my life. It's been like this. You can not believe it all you want, but here's proof that it exists. All
Mhm.
of that is what has made her life so much easier. Her life's not
Yeah.
easy. She got her ticks going
Right.
all the time, but for the most part, sometimes they're calmer, but
Used to throw pencils at my teacher.
used to throw pencils at her teacher. See, there can be some things that you don't expect there in school with this.
Yeah. Have your teachers been pretty understanding for the most part, or have you had
Yes,
any
I
issues
have
with teachers?
I've almost have had like all good teachers, like amazing teachers.
That's
So
good. That's awesome.
understanding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now if you get a new teacher, like say a new teacher moves to Hatteras in your school, what does that bring? Does you and your mom go in and talk to her? Do you talk to your teacher on your own? How do you guys, or how would you handle that if you had somebody brand new to the school? Just for anybody listening that might be going through that.
You know what ended up, Ellie goes, I don't know. Ellie, see, Ellie hair looks pretty. Okay, I do all this
That's
work.
I mean, you're
That's
so
okay.
cute. It's easy to let everything go, Ellie, because you're just so
She's
cute.
like me. Well, you know what? This was another thing going back to when she was in second grade. The principal takes care of all that for me.
Oh,
I could
that's good.
totally go in and talk to the teacher. I have no problem doing that at all. But the principal kind of is the first step. And then the other thing is the teachers trickling down to the teachers. I remember being like, oh my gosh, what if these parents get angry that
Mhm.
Ellie's dropping cuss words in the middle of school, and they're going to go home and they're going to say like this girl was cussing. The teacher at the time, and then every teacher following, was like, we will be the barrier for that. Don't worry. They can email
No.
me and I'll talk to them. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's really good because they can be neutral and be factual about it and just like this is what it is without emotion. Because if someone look, I know a lot about Tourette syndrome, and I just would still probably bring too much emotion into a conversation if another parent came to me and was like, that, why is your kid cussing? Even though logically I know I'm supposed to be this collected adult, I think I'd be like, well, you know what? Like, I don't think I could be a
Yeah.
cordial person because I think even though I don't have Tourette's, I'm exhausted from like defending and explaining all the time. So the fact that the teacher's willing to step in between those situations for me, amazing. They can remain neutral, they can remain factual, logical. I can't. I'm insane. The principal, and I'm protective,
Mhm.
and then
Yep.
the principal kind of being the person who goes ahead with new teachers and says, you have a student with Tourette's. Here's how to loop you in on that. And there's usually already a 504 plan, or most of them at this point, they can literally just go watch a video. I've literally sent links of videos to her, and they've been like, oh, okay. That's simple. That's why
Yeah.
videos and resources are so nice.
Assembly we did.
She did a 5-minute at an assembly. We did a quick little video on Tourette syndrome, literally just minutes long, and it was so high impact, low. It barely took any time, and she got up there and explained that she goes and she asks congressmen for money to help with Tourette's.
I love that.
And she got to sit with me with my class
I did.
Yeah.
on the gym floor.
Probably
That's
looked like
cool.
a student sitting on leaves down there.
That's okay.
They're
For the
just like
video,
myself.
did you guys make the video
Yeah.
like beforehand? Okay.
Yeah, I made a quick little video. I emailed it to the principal. The assemblies are so quick. It was no longer than 5 minutes, the whole video. It just explained that she can't control it. It's neurological. Don't think that any of this is intentional at all, on purpose, whatever. And then just gave clips of, here are some people that you might not know have Tourette syndrome. And it was like Louis Capaldi, or tic disorders also. So David Beckham, tic disorder. People that we knew people would notice and recognize. Balin, Billie Eilish.
Interesting.
Because these kids, we wanted them to make a connection and go, oh, Ellie, oh, them. That stuff
Yeah.
helps. Like, it really makes a difference, especially with kids who they see these celebrities and they see these athletes and they admire them or they like them and they see that things that they're seeing Ellie do, that person also does that. And you should be nice to Ellie.
Or
Exactly.
that'd be helpful that like I'm getting most of Cameron's old teachers.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both in honors.
Cameron's teachers will be her teachers, and yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very prepared.
It definitely sounds like having a smaller school was probably helpful. My school
Was
was
not as small as what you were describing, but it was still a lot smaller than a lot of other people, and I think that is what helped me too. And that I went through, well, I moved here in 4th grade, but I went from 4th grade to graduation with pretty much the same people. And so they all knew about my Tourette syndrome because I talk about it all the time. But I think that was helpful for me too, having a smaller school and it not being quite as overwhelming.
Yeah.
However, there still was that nervousness for me every year, just in case, you never know.
Yeah.
So Ellie, do your tics get worse before the school year starts at all? Have you noticed?
No, but I was actually thinking about saying mine will get worse from between January and like April because that's around Capitol Hill time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So it goes between those months. That's usually when I come back to school screaming. Out of
Gotcha.
joy.
Out of joy.
Yes.
Yes.
After,
Yeah, they
Tourette
relax
events.
the
Makes
meeting.
sense.
I feel like they'll go.
Or at the end
They've
of the
gone
year.
up a little bit this past month.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just summer or the school or the hurricane?
Probably school. Because once me and Cameron got in trouble, we were at Target and we wanted to look at the back to school section. And so we tried to run, and then mommy saw us, and she was like, "What are you doing? Get back here!" And we were like, "We just want to look." And she was like,
I wasn't gonna let them look at the school supplies too early, okay? Because we were at Target for other reasons.
Okay, it
And
was like
these girls
July.
go buck wild, crazy out of their mind for school supplies. And I was
Yeah.
like, girls, today's not the day.
"Yeah." School open house too.
That's
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
I love that y'all are so excited for back to school shopping. I never was. I was always
like
like,
the back
oh,
Love
no.
school.
They
I
go
like
down
back to
easy.
school shopping. My husband's a big office supply and supplies like that nerd. And I mean, I can't give him too much crap because really, I really like it too. But my niece, I was out with her. I don't remember what we were doing, but I took her out. She always has a sleepover when she comes in town. And so we went to the store and she looked, she's like, I don't want anything. And like put her arms up. She's like, I want nothing to do with any of that right now.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah.
They freak out for it. They're just like they can't stop talking about school. They
Our
can't stop thinking about
backpacks are
school.
literally in
I
there
was not like
perfectly
that.
prepared.
Oh yeah, their
Yeah?
backpacks are already ready to go. I mean, yeah, like almost a month earlier. I was like, all right, guys.
Oh, I found one of my Tourette ribbon pins and put it on there.
Just got a Tourette pin.
I
Oh,
love that.
good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And people will, even if maybe they weren't there for the assembly or they weren't there for the morning announcement to see, and they'll see your pin and be like, oh, what is that? And then that could probably spark a conversation too.
If somebody saw your pin and said, "What is that pin for? What is that teal ribbon for?" What would you say?
Well, I would explain that it's because I have Tourette's and Tourette community stuff, or I would say I put it on my dog, make her look pretty.
That too.
Yeah.
Of course,
I mean, the dogs have to represent too. So
Exactly.
right.
Brooklyn has a teal collar.
Yes.
So,
I know you said you have a smaller school, so maybe not, but statistically, there might be somebody else at your school that has a tic disorder. Have you met any other kids in your classes that end up having tics too? Or are you just kind of the
No.
only one?
It's a pretty small island, so no. And I don't know anyone like here who has anything like that. Then it's like, how many people live here anyway?
there's oh yeah, I was looking that up the other day.
Man, geography question, pop quiz.
I know, I'm like, hold on. I just looked it up the other day. There's only a few thousand people on Hatteras Island,
Oh wow.
and it's 7 towns, which is crazy. And it's like from the bottom to the top, it's like 45-minute drive. There have been a couple parents, and I can think of one in particular who their son does have tics.
Is there people you should be touching?
Patrick.
Oh,
Yeah. And then she told me because of the assembly, she was like, hey, my son has tics, very mild, but I also have them and my mom. So and then
wow.
they all,
this is cool.
no, they all do. And I thought that was cool because we wouldn't have known that had we not done that assembly and put that video up.
Right.
Yeah.
There's some people up the beach of the whole Outer Banks that we've ever met or heard from. She's probably got the most obvious case. But there's
Yeah.
got to be somebody else out
Yeah.
there that's got, a lot of people have it, just are, like, as you guys know, are undiagnosed.
Yeah.
Right.
They have it, it's there, it's probably obvious to everybody else. I even just see it at people sometimes, like at Food Lion or the grocery stores. Or I'm
Yeah.
like, I am.
Oh.
And it's obvious to me, or even when I've been shooting client sessions, I'm like, I don't think it's my place to say anything, but I do wonder if they know
That's
that
what I
their
do
kid
too.
has a tic disorder. What?
That's what I do too.
Do you? Interesting.
Hmm.
But yeah, she's the only one that we really know of where it's that obvious.
Yeah. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I have seen it, and I think a lot of people that are in the Tourette community or are touched by it in some way will notice those kinds of things more. Because even sometimes we'll be in the store and Scott will come up to me and he's like, I think that guy over there might have Tourette syndrome or tics or something. And I think Janelle, you and I might have talked about this because like I am like, oh my gosh, one of me in the wild. Like I want to go and be like, do you have Tourette's? But I don't want because
Yeah.
not everybody is that okay with
Yeah.
talking about it. But like I almost get like giddy. I'm like, wait,
Or
but
they
you
don't know.
You live
Or
by
they don't know.
tics like me. Or they don't know, or because like
Yeah.
they were described as like I think even Amanda for Ellie when she was younger, you have said like they were described as just like she's quirky. Like there's
Mhm.
quirks that they have.
Or
Always
it's like,
quirky.
oh, it's just allergies. My eyes
Yeah, and
are.
they just
Yeah.
go their
Postnasal
whole
drip.
lives thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell
Post nasal
my
drip my whole life. It's
you're
never
like,
gone
and it
away.
just never stops, literally. I could tell that one of my cab drivers in New York had it, and I'm like, I don't think that he knows he has it. And I don't think he
I
knows.
think
I
he
don't
did.
think I'm supposed to say anything, but I wonder. Oh, not the one who I got in a car accident with. No, that was a different one.
Oh.
Yeah, a little side swiping, a little welcome to New York, a little.
But hey, can we just say it was not the cab driver with the tic disorder that got you in a car accident, like many people would
Yes.
think.
That's right.
So-
That one was steady and wonderful and had it together.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's
I have
funny.
another question for Ellie. I know, like you said, you're going into secondary school, so it'll be different. Is there anything specific that you're looking forward to in the new school year? Anything you're excited for?
Going back to school.
Just going back to school. She loves to learn.
I'm also excited to be with my sister because, like, on the bus and, like, in class, because this year we're going to be able to, like, have lunch together, which we didn't get to in
Yeah.
elementary school. Usually you could just be like, is that her in that sea of heads? But, like, with Autumn, but this year, I'm also excited to sit on the bus with her because there was this boy that I argued with a lot on the bus, like, about bus seats and stuff.
Mm.
And there's a lot to it. Another, referring back to the seating, that was a nightmare. And I'm just excited to have a sister who wants to sit with me on the bus.
That was the dig at Autumn. That was the dig at
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
she's
I'm
switching from going to school with Autumn to
Well,
now going to
She
school
does
with
want to.
Cameron.
Well,
So
Yeah, that's
what's
really
your
cool.
favorite subject, Ellie?
that's hard because to be honest, my favorite subject is probably ELA because I love writing and I love reading. I just finished a 391 page book in less than a week. recently.
Wow.
Yeah, my big sisters gave me to
Excuse
read. Well, I did that a while back. I started reading the Mysterious Bedside series. Those books are like 400 pages.
Oh, I love that. I didn't know it was a book. I know that it's out on Disney Plus. I've seen the show, but I didn't know it was a book. So
Wait,
I'll
there
have
is
to-
a show? We were trying to find it. We couldn't find it.
Yes. It's on
What is
Disney
it called
Plus.
again?
The Mysterious Benedict Society. It's like
I love
Ah.
those books. I read all of them, even the activity book.
oh,
Anyway, my sister's getting me to read the Hunger Games series too.
oh,
Man,
yes.
Disney free
You are
plugs
reading
over
bigger
here.
books. You're reading bigger books for sure. Yeah, I love that. I just finished reading a couple books as well. So I've been
I
getting
just-
into reading this year. So
Yeah, I just finished one and I was indifferent about the ending. I was sitting and reading it in bed and I closed it and I'm just like, and Scott, who doesn't read, he's like, it has to be extra annoying when you don't like an ending to a book because you spend so much more of your time. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like,
yeah.
it's not that I don't like it. And as a writer, I don't want to be super criticizing either because it hurts my feelings when people don't like my writing. But I was just like, man, all of that, and that's how this ended.
Mhm.
There wasn't even really
just sat
justice
there
at the
like,
end.
I feel nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I also got a book that my class read that was really good. And it was like 315 pages, and I may or may not have finished it in like just a couple hours. Like it took me like a
Whoa.
day. I got it with my aunts at Barnes and Noble. A few hours up the road
Mhm.
after a few bridges. It was so long away.
2.5 hours.
It was 2.5 hours away. And it's a really good book. It's a wonder.
Oh, Wonder, the book Wonder.
Have you guys
Oh,
seen
yeah.
the movie or read the book?
I have seen the
Yes.
movie. I
I've
like
seen
the
the
movie
movie.
a
I've seen
lot.
the movie only twice, but it's so good.
Only twice.
Yes.
I've only
I've
read the book twice, so
I only read the book twice. Ellie,
it's really
I want to
good.
be you when I
It's
grow
really-
up.
Man, you would have gotten so many pizzas if you grew up in my age
yeah.
realm,
Pizza
Ellie.
Hut reading challenge.
Oh,
Summer reading
book it.
challenge.
Autumn does.
I love
I mean, no, not Autumn. Cameron has stuff sometimes like that at school where you have to read, and then they'll give you like a pizza party.
It'll never be the same as
I know.
Pizza
I
Hut.
wish.
Yeah.
Oh, to grow up
I never
in
got a
those
pizza.
times.
Never got a pizza,
Yeah.
but this would be a great time for me
She's
to tell you.
just
This would be a great time for me to tell you to look into honors classes, gifted and talented, something like that.
Yeah.
This is very much me as a child, not with reading, but just in the way I was like, hello. And then they were
So
like, oh yeah, she's in gifted and talented.
she
Makes
is.
sense.
She is in those programs, and she's
Yeah.
bored. I'm like, good for you.
Good for you.
For you. I love
Yeah.
that.
Do you find, because this used to be something that my mom would have me do is sit down and with a book, and even sometimes now, but do you find that reading helps slow your tics down? Like if you're having a hard time with your tics and sitting down with a book, does it help you at all?
Yes, because we are kind of obsessed with reading. We have like this four-shelf bookshelf that's starting to like the piles of books are toppling down. My
Oh
mom had to
my.
organize it recently, and like we have like all the shelves are filled, and then we have books on books on books on books,
Yeah.
which we have to conserve space.
Does it help you with your tics?
Yes.
How does it help you? Does it just slow it down a lot?
Yeah, I also love reading.
Yeah.
So
She's just so peaceful when she's reading. She's so locked in, and she she goes and goes and goes. It's like she's been reading 10 minutes, 20, 30, and I'm like, that girl has not even looked up, and she's really silent. She's barely doing anything. And then if she has any tics that have been like going on consistently, at that time, they're like literally, it's almost like the volume got turned down.
Yeah.
Some of them are there, but they're so discreet. It's wild to watch. And then she puts the book down, and they're like back on again.
We're like, all right, we've
Yeah.
been waiting.
I'm like,
Yeah.
there it is.
I guess I also, well, typically I tick less if I'm starting to focus on something. So I guess I do tick less whenever I'm sleeping. I mean, reading.
You're like,
I
wait.
don't know how I got to sleep from focus. Oh, whenever I'm reading books and stuff like that. Because yeah, I feel like you just get really immersed in whatever world you're reading
Yeah.
the book. And like I think you're using a lot of brain power like with imagery and stuff, trying to like imagine what, is saying in the book. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
do you want to be a writer when you grow up, Ellie?
okay. I either
Loaded
want
question.
a teacher, an author, a librarian, or a therapist. I can't decide.
Oh, all of those seem perfect
Those are
for
good.
you.
Have you ever heard a kid say they might want to be a therapist? I'm like, your empathy is
I'm very
wild.
good at understanding stuff.
Yes.
She's so empathetic that like one time we were driving home and it was late night and she said, no, I'm actually going to stay up while you drive because I want to know what it feels like to be this tired and still have to get through the drive. She
Oh,
just
wow.
stayed up. I was like, you really
It's like-
don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I
I'm like-
feel bad for you and I want to do that. I just want to see what it's like.
Thank
That's
God I
how
don't do
far
that
her
when we
empathy
came to New
goes.
York.
You know, and when I've said this about people with Tourette syndrome, I swear to you, even when they're like the spiciest little meatballs and they can be so sassy, the empathy is unmatched. Like
Yeah.
the fact that like you're just in this place all the time where you can't control what you're doing. It's completely maddening sometimes, and you have to obviously have like eyes on you all the time, and like people are filling in the blanks.
Mhm.
I think I mean, I'm already pretty crazy, but I think I'd be cruel. I think I'd be so mean by now. I really would. But it's just made her softer. It's just made her empathy next level. So I could absolutely see her being a therapist because she just cares about how people feel, how they're moving through their day. She clocks it. She literally pays attention. She's just aware of it. It's oh my God. I'm not gonna cry because
No.
I'm a little dead inside right now, but
What?
no.
No.
No. Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
But I could definitely see her being a teacher too. She's gonna be able to do whatever she wants to do. She truly is. You know, when people say
Yeah.
that to their kids, like, you can be whatever you want. That's not true. Okay. You can't. All right.
Earlier,
But the worst.
literally earlier, Cam was like, sometimes people think their kids are their best, but they just aren't.
Karen,
I mean,
a Scorpio. Need I say more?
yes, there might just be
You're not the best.
more hurdles to
But
do
she
something,
is,
so yeah.
Ellie is going to be, whatever she locks into that feels like a path for her, I feel like she's just going to be able to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I can't wait till I can be like, man, I know her.
I know.
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
her friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not to brag or anything, but I've known her since she was like 8.
Mhm. Yeah, like 8. Well, I have one last question for, I guess, both of you, if that's fine. I again love how at this point you're a pro in terms of going into school, dealing with tics, educating people. But what advice would you give for you, Ellie, for a kid who maybe has tics or has Tourette's and this is kind of new to them going into school and trying to deal with that? And then for you, Amanda, what advice would you have for parents who are kind of newer in this, you know, community dealing with that?
A kid who's going into school who
Mhm.
has Tourette's or tics, what would you tell them if you knew them? Like it was one of your friends and they were like, I'm really nervous. Like, what do I do?
Well, can you go first? I will.
I'll go first.
That's fine.
I've had plenty of parents ask me this, and I see a lot of like that same in me, like panic. I was like frantic with like, okay, this they're gonna have a hard life. She's gonna have a hard life. People are always gonna be mean to her. I was really worst case scenario, apocalyptic, like this is just always gonna be bad.
Hmm.
But I was in that position because we didn't know anybody with it. There weren't a lot of resources that we knew about. We couldn't point people to like y'all's Instagrams and stuff like that
Mhm.
because it was just like I didn't know who knew about it and who did it. And most people don't really know about it. But what ended up happening was we decided to put a plan in place. We're going to get ahead of it. We do the 504 accordingly. We just follow all the steps we can to get ahead of it as much as we can and just make sure her legal protections are in place. And then, like, friends, family, teachers know. And then from there, we just we just make sure we get her around other people with Tourette syndrome. So she never feels she's the only person that we know of in this community that has it. So that can be isolating. But when she shows up at the Tourette conference and she runs into your arms and she hugs you and she gets in these rooms and these other kids sound and look like her, that was the biggest game changer for us because she's not in that here, but she's in that with you guys
Yeah.
in the digital world, making those connections, but those in-person events, that changed everything for us. So I would make sure
You're
that
making me cry.
parents find other parents. Oh,
Mhm.
look at Brittany.
We
It's
need like
just
a cry counter for Brittany. In
I know.
the
Brittany,
most loving way.
normally I cry all the time. That's how you can tell what kind of a year I've had because look at me. Like, why am I not crying? Why? What happened to
just
me? I'm stone cold now. I'm just
I
kidding.
just think no, you're not. It's everything that I wish I would have had when I was younger, and that I'm
Yeah.
so happy that Ellie has, and so many kids, so many kids have now because I didn't get to see people like me in a room like that until I
Mhm.
was in my 30s. And I've said this a million times. I didn't know that part of me still needed healed when that happened.
Right.
And it makes me so emotional every time I'm at those and I see Ellie and all of the younger generation
Mhm.
coming up and that they just get to have this experience and know that they're not
Like
alone.
it's normal. Yeah.
Yeah. And it makes me so happy.
And you guys are a part of what built that. What would we do without you guys? How would she be walking into those rooms now? Like the first time she met both of you guys, she was so over the moon. Those people get me, like the cool older girls who do the same stuff I do. She doesn't have any of that here, and I can be as supportive as literally as supportive as I'm able to be in every capacity possible, but it doesn't compare to you
Mhm.
guys. Like her having you guys in her life. So any parents getting ready to go through this, like you got to follow like all the technical steps, the
Mhm.
504, the informing every blah blah blah. But those kids got to go either digitally, like I don't know, I don't know, I'm trying
Mhm.
to say across the interwebs, make those
Yeah.
friends, or go get them to some stuff in person where they can see kids
Yeah.
like them.
Yeah.
Because
It's
it
it's
doesn't
a
matter how
different
supportive I am. They need you. They need you
yeah.
guys.
It's a different relationship and I have a video that's coming out. It was supposed to come out like 2 months ago, but
That's okay.
I think it's
Life is
edited.
life.
But it was me talking about the first time being with people with Tourette syndrome and talking about because for people
Mm.
listening out there, parents that because I've had parents reach out to me and say that they're nervous about bringing their kid to that because you can pick up more ticks, and I
Mhm.
do. I tick way more than I do at home most of the time. But the feeling of just belonging and not the feeling of not having this like ghost of suppression following me around everywhere
Hmm.
is immaculate. Like it's the best feeling in the world. And I talk about too how like Janelle and I we were friends online before that. And when we met, it's like we have been in-person
Yeah.
friends forever. Like there was no weirdness, there was no awkwardness. I'm like, oh, this
Yeah.
is like my sister that I grew up with basically. And I just met her online like a
Right.
years ago.
I
And
know. I'm like, we
it,
only technically met in person once. That's wild to
It
me.
never feels like
yeah,
that with you guys, though. It doesn't
right.
feel like we've only seen each other a few times. Like it doesn't at all. It's like an
Yeah.
instant family thing because
Yeah.
Yeah.
nobody gets it like people in this community. Nobody.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, because when I was going through a really hard time, my tics and everything, like Janelle would talk to me and be there for me. And I knew that she truly got it from a different
Hmm.
perspective.
Yeah.
And I can only hope to do the same thing for her, hopefully,
Yeah.
whenever she needs me. But like, it's just that it's a relationship like nothing else. I don't think that I'll be able to explain. And I'm a big, like, I'm a friend girl. Like, if you're my
Yeah.
friend, you're my friend. I have your back 1000%. I am your person.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Tourette syndrome, like that much more. You better know that
Yeah.
I'm about to throw down for you if I
Ride or
hear
die.
something
Exactly.
going on.
Exactly.
I don't care if I'm not 5 foot. I can take some people.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you got to watch out for the short ones like us because we have complexes. Like we can't ever tall. I'm like the chihuahua, literally of my
Yeah.
street. I'm like, what do you do? Don't look at my yard. What am I
Yeah.
going to do? What am I
Right.
going to do?
Listen, I lift weights for a reason. So I can surprise
Exactly.
attack them because they won't expect me to be strong.
Sleeper build.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Ellie, did you have thoughts yet that popped up for advice or somebody's
If you,
new,
oh, yeah.
most recently has tics, going into school, they're nervous?
I was thinking that like, well, if they're going this school, like thank God it's small.
Mm.
And also like you just need to like be confident and advocate for yourself. Because if people know, they'll just be like if you're ticking, they'll just like it's like background noise. It's regular, it's normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And maybe
I
you
love
could tell them, like, listen, like, I'll stick up for you, you stick up for
Yeah.
me, but also explain to them that, like, if people don't know what this is, we need to go tell them what it is because if they don't know what it is, they're going to think it's on purpose and just
Yeah.
explain
Mhm.
that to them. There's so many things that you could do.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I always did. I always said my motto was get to them before they got to me
Mhm.
because if they're gonna talk about me, they're at least gonna have their facts straight.
Right. And that's like the bottom line with Tourette's, I think.
Mm.
With something that is like it presents as a choice, like presents as behavioral,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
it's not. There's the only option for doing what you can do to get ahead of it is to like just give them the facts so that they don't fill in the blanks and make up their own
Yeah.
story. That's bottom line what we've always done. Whether I have to walk into a business or store before Ellie and tell them, so there's no like misunderstanding. I've done that before in the past when our tics were really bad.
Yeah. And I wish I had that courage and confidence and support to be able to do that in school because I did not. And it was just kind of like
Yeah.
Brittany said, like just dealing with suppressing or masking, or apologizing all the time. So
Mm.
I'm happy, like Brittany said, that kids like Ellie's age and younger are just growing up with the support and growing up with, the world knowing more about it as if it's like a normal thing, because it is. So, well, thank you guys so much for joining. We're so happy to have you.
Yes.
Come back again anytime. And
Yes.
I hope that you have a great year this year, Ellie. And I know that you will do wonderful and do amazing and make a whole bunch of friends because you have such a wonderful personality as well.
Yes, agreed. And I hope we get to see you guys soon. We're hoping to get a couple more episodes school related. So if you are listening and you would like to share your experience, whether we're looking for like high school as well, college, especially the college transition, and then maybe a teacher too that has experience with somebody with Tourette syndrome in their classroom, we'd love to talk to you. And yeah, tune in next time. Thank you everybody for being here and listening. And thank you, Amanda and Ellie, for all of the wonderful conversation and the tears and laughter. I'm gonna see one of these times I'm gonna get through an episode without tearing up.
It's okay. Thank you all.